I just heard this in a whole new way. How somebody can keep you stuck, but not on purpose. How do I say that? It was like, I think because this is what I think all of us do. I don't think it's just me, right? Like what we do or how we think is oftentimes how we think others think, right? So I tend to be, I like forward motion. I like growth. I like to have a goal. I like to be working on something, this kind of thing. And so I tend to think others do as well. And they just said it and showed it in a way that implied that some people can keep you stuck, but unintentionally. And it's people who, I guess, don't have a growth mindset. Maybe that's it. Where they're not doing it maliciously. They just don't have any goals or any ambition in life. Like, the reason this is all very interesting to me is because they're also showing them as living in the present moment. But I guess like everything, things can be good and bad, where somebody who is truly just living moment to moment is taking that definition of being present very, very different than when I say those words, right? Meaning somebody who is living just in the present moment and indulging in everything they want to indulge in, whether it's for their highest good or not, is not aligned to me. That is just somebody who is sometimes living in their shadow, sometimes living in their higher self, but they're not caring. Like they don't care how it is or what the consequences are. They're reckless, but intentionally reckless to a degree, meaning they kind of know that's who they are and how they are, and they just don't care. And they have no goals. They don't care about the consequences because they don't care about tomorrow. They're only living for today. And so, again, this can be taken good and bad because I often tell you to live in the present moment. But what I mean by that is oftentimes our mind has slipped into the past and we're dragging it with us. So we had an experience and then we're living in a current experience that's similar. And we're making this similar experience be the same as the past. And the point is you have to do something new and different if you want a different outcome. So if it's a similar experience in the past, then you need to have a different perspective on the current situation. And you need to be living fully in the present moment and understanding your truth versus bringing something old with you. And you don't want to be so anxious and worried about the future. And so you just want to be aligned with your truest heart's desire and do what feels best and true and honest for you. And to me, all of that is very, very different than living recklessly in the present moment. And so it's so fascinating to me because, again, we can all be saying the same thing, but we're meaning something totally different. And people are hearing it differently, right? They're hearing it differently. They're reacting and behaving differently. And that can be confusing when we're saying the same thing and yet we're moving in very different ways. And so in any case, it was this idea that somebody was keeping someone stuck, but again, not intentionally. They're just la-ti-da, flying by the seat of their pants, could give a fuck about anybody else, really. They're just in it for the thrill of their very current moment. And they have no goals. They have no future. They have no, no growth mindset, I suppose. And so then, I guess if you get like fixated on somebody like that, to fix them because you think they're broken. It's like, it's just a difference of opinions, of lifestyle, of care, of beliefs, it's like you're just not aligned, right? It's what we talk about. You're just not aligned. And yet if you get fixated on fixing them or fixated on them or stuck with them, but that's your choosing, right? Like if you stay there thinking, they'll change. Oh God, don't ever do that. And don't ever try to fix somebody. They're not broken. They're making a conscious choice just as you are, right? So you have the choice to move along. That's maybe a better way to say all this, because we can simplify it down to that, right? Like, in other words, when they showed me at first, it seemed really kind of heavy and confusing, but it's not. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's people in two different vibrations. But I guess it's one more dynamic that we can find ourselves caught in if we are not conscious and choosing for our highest and best, what is truly aligned with us. And not, it's like, don't get stuck in your head or overanalyze or worry about it to any which degree. Meaning, I don't know how to say what they're showing. Maybe they're showing like, meaning somebody could get like stuck in their head, maybe trying to twist it a different. Well, why would they do that? Oh, if they want to bring them with them. It's like, yeah, don't force anybody to fit in your story, so to speak, right? Like, it either works or it doesn't. Move along. It either works or it doesn't. Move along. And I guess not so loosey-goosey, but it is also to a degree, right? Especially in the beginning as you meet people, it's easier to navigate through when you're just clear and true, right? Just honest. It's a match or it's not. But the more you invest in it, the reason this is hard, it's like, it looks like they're trying to force or efforting or trying. Like, it shouldn't be so difficult, especially in the beginning. And if it is, why? Like, why are you, it feels like they're pigeonholing them or forcing them into a box, or like, what is that? Like, why? They're trying to stuff them in. Why? Why? Right? Like, they don't fit in that box. They are who they are. Do you like them or not? Right? Like, allow everybody to be who they're going to be. If it feels good, that's what it is. If it feels good to be around them, like if you feel good and they feel good, then it feels good. It's not supposed to match, like, look like, that kind of thing. Like, it's supposed to feel. It's like, when you're around certain people, you feel good, you feel relaxed, you feel happy, you feel uplifted, you feel encouraged, you feel like whatever feels good to you. And when you're around other people, you're really anxious or worried or defensive or waiting for the next pain or hurt. It's like, okay, well, why are you there? Right? Like, why do you keep going back into an environment where you have to feel like you need to defend yourself or protect yourself or whatever the case may be? And so I guess it's more about paying attention to how you feel, which can sound selfish. But again, if you hear it all and unravel it all, you understand what I'm saying. It's actually the kindest thing to do because it's honest and true. This feels good. This feels right. This does not. We could make it simpler for ourselves and for others. In other words, if you're trying to pigeonhole somebody into a box, do you think that feels good for them? No. And does it feel good for you to be fussing and fighting and forcing them into a box? No. So what the fuck? Right? Like, allow everybody to just be. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. If you would like to support this channel, you can find more information in the notes below.